Hi, welcome to Quilting with Lori. My name is Lori Dickman. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. I'm going to be sharing with you today how you can use your strip stash to make a beautiful, beautiful quilt. It's basically a log cabin quilt using your strips, but it has a really fun and fast layout. So let me show you this. So for this pattern, and there is a free PDF link below, I'm going to be using my 1.5 inch strip stash, which is in this container. So I've got all my 1.5 inch strips here. And you can probably use any size strips you want to, but I happen to be using 1.5 inch strips. And the PDF is going to be in the description box below for you so that you can grab that. I'm calling this the Owl's Habit. In this particular layout, doesn't it look like the face of an owl? Isn't that fun? Now, this is a pattern that I shared a couple years ago with my members and my subscribers. However, I've got so many thousands new subscribers that I wanted to make sure you all got to see this, because it is a great way to use up the strips in your scrap stash. Now, if you haven't already seen my video on how to scrap up your stash to get everything cut, sorted, organized, stored, and ready to use to make beautiful quilts, you'll want to check out my book. I've got a book set, which I will link below. But if nothing else, definitely watch the video below that will walk you step by step through these techniques so that you can get your scrap stash ready to go to make beautiful quilts. It really will help you. So check out that link below. And the quilt that we're going to be making today, here is the block. What a simple block. It sort of looks like a log cabin there, if you will, but it's put together in a little bit different fashion. They're basically 1.5 inch strips that are cut in different lengths. And the pattern that I'll have linked will give you all of that information so that you can get your strip stash all cut up to those lengths in the lights and the brights. So before we get started, I just wanted to mention next week I'm going to be out teaching on a quilt cruise to the Western Caribbean with Stitch and Haven Travel. I'm very excited about it. We'll be working on my Starlight quilt. It's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait to get on the cruise and to enjoy myself, maybe with many of you that are watching. I hope to see you there. Let me know if you are going to be on my quilt cruise with me next week. I will also try to get another video done for next week and get it scheduled for you so that you'll see another great Scrappy quilt. It'll either load for next week or the beginning of the following week when I return. I'm going to be teaching one called Bargello Basics, and it's a really simple one. You just need 4 different colors or 4 different fat quarters to get started on learning this Bargello Basics. It's a beautiful quilt. Can't wait to show that to you. Also, if you like the content that I provide to you every week, please don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and leave a comment. I love reading comments from my viewers. So now let's get down here to the tabletop so you can see how this quilt is put together. Here on the tabletop are the strips that I have ready to go. I have some light strips, as you can see, and I have some of the brights. We'll call them brights. Some of them are dark, some of them are mediums. Basically, it's just your colored fabrics here. And these are all 1.5 inch wide. A few of them I've already sewn together in sets of 2. And with your strip stash information here, it lets you know what you need for each and every block. So for each block, we need 2 that are 8.5 inch wide lights, and I've got them there. We need 2 that are 6.5 inch long, I should say. They were 8.5 inch long, 6.5 inch long, and 4.5 inch long and 2.5 inch long. And we need 2 of all of those. So those are my lights, 8.5, 6.5, 4.5, 2.5. That's the length, and all of them are 1.5 inches wide. And then, of course, for our brights or our dark strips here, all of our colored fabrics, if you will, we need a total of 32 that are 2.5 inches long, and they're all 1.5 inch wide strips. And they're sewn together to create a little 2.5 inch square, just like that. So that is what we need. Just grab all of that and have it ready. Now let's take a look at these blocks. So here you'll see 2 of the blocks. Let me move them up here so they're in the screen for you. And you can see the lights are on this half of the block and the colored fabrics are on this part of the block. And each of these 2 inch segments are basically swapped. So it's going lengthwise, up and down length, up and down length. And that's how you put those rows together all the way throughout the block. It's such a simple block to do. And I'm going to grab that my pieces here and show you that in just a minute. But what I've done for all of my pressing is I've just tried pressing everything to one side for every strip set of 2. And then I've tried to also do the same thing with the darks. And if you want to press your seams open, that might help also, just to make sure that all of the corners where all of these fabrics come together will lay nice and flat when you are quilting. If you do press your seams open, I always recommend that you make your stitch length a little bit smaller. I've never had my seams pop open when quilting, but just to reassure yourself, that might be a good thing to do. Now, let me pull the pattern over here so you can see how to put the block together. Now, when you're sewing your strips together, yours might be just long strips in your stash. I had a bunch of smaller strips. These are, I don't know, 8.5 to 9 inches long. And I'm still going to use those. I want to use all that up. I want to use whatever's in my stash that I can. And as you can see right here, this actually was a strip stash that had been sewn together. So this strip has a little bit of thing on the end, and that's fine too. What I'm going to do is simply take a couple of colors in my stash and just start sewing them together so that I get pairs. I want pairs of color that are not the same hue. Hue is color, so that's what I'm trying to create. So I'm going to sew a bunch of these together, and then I'm going to subcut them into 2.5 inch lengths. So I want to use up all of these leftover bits and pieces, these strips in my stash. So I'm just simply sewing a bunch of pairs together. Then I'm going to subcut them. And any leftover pieces, let's say I have a chunk left here, I'm going to throw that in my crumb basket and make some crumb quilts with it. So all of it, nothing has to go to waste. All of it can be used. So what I'm going to do for you here is I'm going to start with the bottom row. I've already got my 8.5 inch length of the lights, 2 of them sewn together. So they're sewn, and I've pressed them toward the bottom there. You could certainly press these seams open if you wanted to, but since I started pressing them to one side, that's what I'm going to continue to do. Bottom row just needs this 2.5 inch strip sewn to it. And then the second row is a 6.5 inch length of the lights. And then I'm going to sew a 2.5 inch square here. And this is going to be standing up. As you can see here, this is vertical, and this one then is horizontal. I'm going to sew these first 2 together, and I'll bring them back and show you. One thing I want to point out, if you want to just press your seams together and away from the bulk, always press toward the log that's standing up. And so when I sew this together, I'm going to press it toward this purple log. When I sewed this piece to this piece, I pressed it toward the blue log. And that allows you to ensure you don't have a whole lot of bulk coming back on to that seam allowance there. It just helps to evenly distribute the bulk. So I'm pressing toward the log. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one on, stitch it, and I will again press it toward the log itself, this log here. And the one thing to keep in mind as you're sewing these together, every strip that gets sewn to these light strips should be standing vertically. That will help you. You don't want to put it on like this. That won't work. It's not going to maintain the design. So you want to make sure that you always sew it so that the piece that is sewn to these light strips is standing vertically. All right, you can see I have finished the bottom 3 rows here, or the top, whatever you want to call it. And you can see that each piece that's right next to the light strips is a vertical log. So ensure that you've done all of that. Then we'll sew those together. And then the last light strip up here is a 2.5 inch strip. And again, you want to make sure the piece next to it is vertical, and then just continue swapping these. So it's vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal. And the very last row, for you, I guess that this might be the top. For me, it's the bottom. But again, vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical. So just keep that in mind as you're working across. I'm going to go ahead and get these last 2 rows stitched. I will put it together and square it up to 10.5 inches. So here I have 5 rows of all of the units. Now I'm going to sew them together. And I'll try to press these seams open on my crossways rows just to see if that will help things to lie flatter as I'm quilting it. Isn't it great? Here it is put together. And I did press open the seams that ran lengthwise across the block. It just helped things to lay a little bit flatter. So it's a great block, and I have a few more down here. This particular layout is a wonderful layout to create this owl. And with this, it's a 60 by 60 inch quilt. And each of the blocks is 10.5 inches. You're going to make 36 of these. Let me bring you down here a little bit closer so you can see this pattern. I brought you a little bit closer here so you can see the pattern better. But what a cute little layout of an owl here. And there's so many different things you could create. So I'm anxious to see what you all make. For this particular layout, there are 36 blocks in here, 6 across and 6 down. You could make many more and make many different designs and layouts. And I would love to see what it is you create. So please don't forget to email me or contact me through my website and show me pictures or post them out on my Facebook group page. Quilting with Lori, Scrap Up Your Stash. We would all love to see what you make. Before I sign off, I just wanted to show you I put 4 of them together in this arrangement, and just a really beautiful, striking block or a set of blocks. And you could put an entire quilt together simply doing this, and that way every 4 blocks would either be accenting the color or the light blocks in your quilt. But what you see here is where I've just arranged 6 rows of 6 blocks, and it creates an owl, and you see the eyes and the little ears and the little tufts down under the neck, and just a cute little arrangement. But again, let me see your arrangement. I'd love to see what you put together. Thank you so much for joining me today on Quilting with Lori. If you like the content that I provide, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and leave me a comment. I love reading comments from my viewers. Until next week, have a wonderful weekend and happy quilting.